Here are my interview questions for number 1 through number 6. Enumerated powers are powers stated in the Constitution granted to the national government. An example would be Congress taxing. Inherent powers are historically recognized as naturally belonging to government that conducts business of a sovereign nation. An example would be the ability to conduct foreign affairs. Implied powers are not stated in the Constitution, but they stress the express powers. Examples in the 3 branches for the legislative branch would be Congress moving the IRS, the executive branch would be drafting people for war, and the judicial branch would be judicial review. Concurrent powers are shared between the state and national government. Some examples would be taxes and borrowing money. Reserved powers are reserved for the states, and some examples would be regulating marriage and speed limits. The Enabling Act is passed by Congress and signed by the President. It enables territories to write their own constitution. They then send the Constitution to Congress for review, where the Act of Admission is signed by Congress and the President. If the Constitution is not liked, they can stipulate conditions. The options for a state are that they may accept or reject the conditions by voting. Once admitted, states are equal to one another. Number 4. The 3 guarantees to the states are that every state is guaranteed a republic form of government, protection from invasion, domestic violence, and national disaster. Also, protection of territorial integrity, or to secure the borders. Some example would be that all people elect, 9/11, and securing borders. The 2 obligations the states have to the national are to pay for and conduct all elections, ratify amendments to national constitution. A dispute between national and state governments are settled by a federal judiciary. A dispute between the states is settled by the Supreme Court. Number 5 and number 6. Privileges and immunities are citizens of each state get the privileges and immunities of other states. An example would be the right to vote. Extradition means the states must return a person charged with a crime in another state to their original state. For example, a runaway must return to the state that they escaped from. An interstate compact is between 2 or more states that cannot be done without Congress. There are 3 ways to obtain. They're approved by Congress, which are licenses are delivered, full faith and credit, where every state must recognize public acts, records, and judicial proceeding of other states. When more than one states are re-involved, the clause will determine what laws are used.